One of the biggest curses that we as a human can carry with us throughout this entire life is how we measure success. I can tell you this wholeheartedly because I'm just as guilty of it as you are. All right. 99% of people on this earth measure success by the amount of zeros in their bank account. That is completely wrong. I'm going to tell y'all how one country song changed my entire outlook on life to the point that now I consider myself successful, regardless of what's in the bank account. It's September 22nd, 2020. All right. Bullshit's going on all around the world. You know what I'm talking about and everything. And my dad is withering away. I know that my time is short with him. He ends up passing away the following March. But he come to me one day and said, man, I just want to get out of the house. Will you take me and just take a ride to the deer camp? So I loaded his ass up in the truck and off to the damn deer camp we went. We're about an hour from the deer camp and something happened that I will always remember. A song come across the radio. And it put the entire world in perspective for me, because up until that point, I'm going to be dead ass honest with y'all. I'm human, okay? I was selfish. I had just started making some videos on social media. I had just started actually making me some money for the first time in my life, where I wasn't trying to scrape together 2 quarters in order to buy a root beer and a honey bun. I was doing well in life. But all I could focus on at that time in my life was about what I was going to buy next, or my bank account, in order to consider myself successful. The song is by a fellow Mississippi man. I'm sure y'all know who he is now. Y'all probably didn't have a clue who he was then. His name is Hardy. And the song is called A Rock. And basically the song puts everything into perspective for you, that no matter what you achieve in this life, okay, we're all going to end up underneath a rock. Every one of us is going to die. That is one thing that is guaranteed in this life, is that you are born and you die. Everything else is completely up to you. Up until the point where I heard that song for the first time, I measured success the same way that 99% of people measure success. I measured it by how much money I had, how many assets I had. You know, this song, and as I'm listening to this song for the first time, I'm looking over at my dad, who knows that his life is coming to an end. Okay? But he's just as content as he can possibly be, even though he's being taken early in life from a sickness. He's just as content as he can be. And after the song was over, I looked over at him and I asked him, I said, man, that song really hit hard. Did you understand it? He said, man, I understood that for the last 20 years. He went on to tell me that our real legacy in this world is what we leave on others. From that day, from September 22nd, 2020, my mentality completely changed. And anybody who's followed me for any amount of time will notice a change in that timeline. From that day on, I started mainly focusing on helping other people. Throughout my companies and all this, my charter business, everything that I do, I'm always trying to give back to somebody who deserves it. Because when you're dead and gone in this world, the only thing people are going to remember you by is the effect that you had on their life. And if you can affect one person's life for the better, you can consider yourself successful. I'm completely content with what I've done in my life. I'm gonna be dead ass honest with y'all. I ain't always done right, but I'm trying to make up for it now. I have made sure that a lot of kids with cancer made sure they had excellent Christmases and stuff like that. I try to feed as many veterans I can through my outdoor brand. That's why every item that is bought from Triple B Outdoors feeds a veteran for a day. And I sleep well at night because of it. I could be way more better off than what I am right now, but it doesn't mean that I'm successful. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. I had a seminar about this about a week ago. And I felt, and the response that I got from the seminar showed me that maybe I needed to put this out there for the world to hear. I could be 10 times more wealthy than what I am right now, but I refuse to do that in order to give myself a boastful mentality and make sure that my bank account has 7 figures. I don't want to do that. From September 22nd, 2020, I have measured my success about the impact that I have made on other people. From the person holding this phone right now, if there's ever a time that you were down on yourself or having a bad day and you happen to watch one of my videos and laugh, that is what I want to be remembered for. That, to me, that means that I'm successful, because I affected your life in one way or another in a positive direction to where you'll always remember that day. I can't tell you how many messages I get a day about, man, I'm going through this, that, and the other. My woman left me, my husband cheated on me, all this other type of stuff. But I turn on one of your videos and it made me smile for the first time in weeks. That's my success. I'm content with what I've done in my life. I will continue to make sure that the kids with cancer have an amazing Christmas. I will continue to make sure that every kid that's handicapped or mentally handicapped has a chance to go hunting and fishing. And I will continue, and this is a big one, to make sure that the men and women who fought for our freedom over here are treated halfway decent to a good meal every day for every item that is sold from my company. Y'all, I can't thank y'all enough. Sorry for the long video and everything like that, but something was telling me today that y'all needed to really revamp the way that y'all measure success. This is a dog eat dog world right now. Everybody's focused on money. Groceries are too high. Eggs is $15 a carton. It doesn't matter what's in your bank account, y'all. I can tell you from experience, it's way more fulfilling just to make sure that you make a positive effect on somebody else's life. That's how success is damn measured. And it all started with one country song. Appreciate it, Hardy. You did it without even knowing it, man. Shit.